Okay, now we come to the third part, which is working on the energy points, basically adding energy into these energy lines. Okay, now last week I talked about these 12 energy lines which were discovered by the Taoists. But keep in mind that the Taoists actually learned meditation from Bodhidharma. And Bodhidharma was a North Indian yogi. Not only that, Bodhidharma was a disciple, 29th generation disciple of the original Buddha. And the original Buddha was a yogi too. So we often forget about the linkage between what we do and what the yogis does. And I think many of you study yoga, right? So of course the yoga in the North America is very a small subset of what is really being practiced in India. And you know that in yoga they talk about, I believe it's called chakra, right? So you have like 7 chakras, right? Well, the 7th chakra is a subset of the 21 chakra, which itself is a subset of the 108 chakra, which then there's actually 112, but if you include 2 that's outside the body, there's a total of 104 chakras. So the chakras are basically like where the energy lines join, and the energy lines are called nadi, and I believe there's like 32,000 of them. So if you think of that, then you think of what we're doing here. It's just another interpretation. We believe that there's 12 energy lines, 6 from the fingers, 6 from the toes. In addition, there's 8 more primary energy lines. The 2 are the one in the front, and the one in the back. I explained all that last week. But it's important to think of the Qi, this system of energy lines, as a separate body. As a separate body. Imagine like they're like the avatar. And so if you have a healthy body, you have a healthy Qi body. If you have an unhealthy body, then the Qi would be blocked. And so in order to improve your health, it's important to work on the physical body, but it's also important to work on the Qi body. And so the next part is about working with the Qi body by creating a mechanical resonance. So we sit up straight, open our shoulder. Now slowly open your eyes. But it's exceedingly difficult to do well. Move back to your... I want you to practice that every night when you go to sleep. Okay, sleep on your right side with either a blanket or a pillow, and just focus on your breath. If you're too tired to do sitting meditation, lying down meditation is fine. So we practice meditation in all 4 postures. The only one that we haven't done here is walking. So we sit like the bell, which means that we are completely symmetrical, righteous. We're lying down like the bow, like the bow and arrow. For a monk or a Taoist priest, they're not supposed to sleep during the day, right? So you don't want to just sleep. You actually sleep with a lot of hidden energy, like the bow. The bow is like, you look at it, it's just a piece of instrument, but it's full of energy. So when you sleep, you have to sleep very quiet, but full of energy. When you stand like the pine tree. So you grow roots, you stand firmly, but your body is very flexible, very righteous again. And then you walk like the wind. So those are the 4 postures. I talk about the 4 elements. So when you're lying down, it's mainly the water element is for rejuvenating. When you sit, it's the earth element. There's a lot of solid to it. And so we don't just sit. We like to either lie down and then use the water element to reinforce the earth element. Or we stand, use the fire element to reinforce the earth element. Or we walk, use the wind element to reinforce the earth element. But once you do that, you sit like the bell. There's 7 support points. The first one is the feet. You can sit any way you want, but make sure that it's nice and firm. And if your knees goes up like this, make sure you put something underneath. sitting earth element means that you don't use any of your muscle. Okay, so you just let it sit like this. You can do this if you want. It's okay too. I do like this. So this is the first support point. The second support point are your hands. Okay, you can do mudra like this, anything you want. I just put it in here. Relax. The third one is your spine. Is the most important one. So straighten up your spine, pull it, straighten up as if someone is pulling on top of your head. You just stretch it until it hurts. And then now you take your spine and you go back. When you go back, you actually go upright. Because we tend to hunch like this. It's part of evolution. So you need to go back. Back some more. And once you get good at sitting meditation, you actually feel a boost of energy as you lean back. And the Taoists call this the one pillar supporting the sky, when you are one with the sky. That's what yoga means too. Yoga means you're one with Brahman, okay? One with the sky. They are all trying to achieve the same thing. Okay, so that's your spine. The next one is your shoulder. You open up your shoulder, reveal these two energy points I talked about. Gate to the cloud. Now you take your forehead and you bring it back until the neck touches the collar. Okay, then you take the chin and you rotate it down so that this 1,000 point that I talked about and the gate to the cloud becomes a triangle. This is the antenna with the cosmos. This is like the pyramid. Okay, you are now one with the cosmos. Now you close your eye, but you don't shut your eye. You can see through your eyelashes as if they're curtain to the world. You can see your knee, you can see the floor. Relax your eyelid. Now you take your tongue and you touch the roof of your mouth, right where the roof of the mouth and the teeth meets. There are a lot of reasons for that. One is for health reason, it generates a lot of salivas. Because when you're in the sympathetic nerve, the first thing it does is that it shuts down your saliva gland. When you're in the parasympathetic nerve, then it opens up the salivas. And so this actually helps the saliva. And the Taoist believes that the saliva is very good for your health. It's enzyme. So it helps your digestions and your immune. And so by touching the roof of your mouth, it allows it to flow into your stomach. But more than that is that as we do this part, what we call the mindfulness of Qi, we're actually creating an electrical circuit in the back of the body to the front of your body. So it's important to maintain the conductivity by making sure that your tongue is touching the top of the roof, because this energy line in the back starts right here, goes all the way to the bottom of your torso, and the other one starts right here, goes all the way to the bottom of the torso. There's a gap here, so you need to use the tongue. All right, so typically we do 3 minutes of lying down, and then immediately we come back, and so we can continue with the abdominal breathing. Since I talk so much, you already kind of didn't take advantage of that anymore. So now we're going to restart. So what we want to do is we want to focus on the stomach, and we're going to do 3 deep breaths. And when we do deep breathing like this, we start with exhaling, because if you start with inhaling, you would hyperventilate. So we open our mouth slightly, we blow air through our mouth, very slow, very steady, very deep. As you do that, you feel that your diaphragm is being pulled up, compressing the lung, and your stomach is collapsing. You do it as much as you can, and then you relax, and you feel the air coming in through your nostril. Your lung is expanding, your diaphragm is pushing down, and your stomach expands. So do that on your own 3 times. as much as you can. So now that you get your engine going, just continue to focus on your stomach. Open your stomach when you breathe in. Collapse your stomach as you breathe out. Just use your stomach, okay? Use your stomach. And you start to feel the difference in the quality of air as it comes in your nostril and as you go out of your nostril. When you breathe in, you feel the freshness of the oxygen coming into your nostril, the positive energy. As you breathe out, you feel the dampness, the negative energy. So next time when you breathe in, I want you, as you breathe in, bring that positive energy to the top of your head and bring your body with you. So you straighten up your spine, open up your shoulder, lean back, tuck in your chin, relax your eyelid, keep the tip of your tongue on the roof. And then as you breathe out, I want you to take all the negative energy and just let it sink, starting from your forehead, and let it just go down. Let it go down by itself because it's very heavy. Negative energy is very heavy. It will just slowly, and you can feel the weight transferring from the top of your head to the bottom, to the feet. When your feet is nice and steady, touching the ground like that, you can feel the weight, and then it's going to dissipate. Once again, breathe in. You feel your stomach expanding, positive energy coming in. Bring it all the way to the top of your head. Bring your body with you. As you breathe out, check your mind, relax. Let all the negative energy sink. As if you have a glass of water and there's some debris in the water and they're just sinking down to the bottom. Let it go to your feet. Okay, so today I'm just going to ask you to do this for me. Okay, just 3 minutes. Up and down, up and down. Okay, up, focus on your body. Bring the positive energy to your head. Down, focus on your mind. Let all your negative energy just leak out. Okay, just go down to your bottom of feet. And you feel that the weight is on your feet and the top of the head is light and cool. Okay, so 3 minutes, go. Okay, open your eyes. So you may ask, only 3 minutes? 3 minutes is such a short time. We're going for quality, not quantity, okay? Quality, not quantity, okay? Okay, so this part, Rita asked, what can I do if I cannot get my knee back due to knee replacement? So we're all physically challenged one way or the other. That's the nature of aging, okay? I think it's important to understand that what is the concept of Qi. So the Chinese believe that our existence is in 3 parallel domains. Body, which is the physical body, Qi, which is the energy, and then the mind. Okay? The modern scientists, the quantum physicists believe the same thing. They believe in material, energy, and then quantum information. So you have to think of your existence in these 3 equal but related but slightly separate avatar, if you will. Your physical body, your Qi body, and then your mind body. A friend of mine who was a veteran in the Vietnamese War, and he was actually a technical support for the CIA, so he was actually inside Cambodia fighting the Viet Congs, and he got shot on the knee, which turned out to be a bullet laced with poison. So that's a long time ago. This is like 60 years ago, right? Remember? It never healed. They took out the bullet, they took out all the metal fragment. It never healed. No one figured out what it is. Until maybe 5-10 years ago, they decided that they'd have to cut it off. So they cut off the knee. And he said, Denny, I swear my sling is still there. The leg is missing, but it's still there. So if you cut off a part of your physical body, does that mean you cut off a part of your Qi body? No. The Qi body is a Qi body. It will compensate. Same thing. If you decided that you want to have a surgery and the doctor decided to remove one of your organ, does that mean if they remove one of the kidney, for example, or even like the stomach, you can live without a stomach, you can live with a stomach, you can live without a bladder, you can live without a lot of things. Does that mean the entire energy line that is associated with that organ is gone? No, it is still there. It compensates. It gets distorted and compensates. So what we're doing here is we're accepting the existence of these three domains: the physical body, the Qi body, and the mind body. And we're doing self-healing by promoting the Qi body as a bridge between our physical body and the mind body. So if you have a bad knee, a bad back, or you're constrained to a wheelchair, does that mean you cannot do any of the exercise that we do? No. Your Qi body is still there. In fact, more than any other people, you need to resurrect the Qi body because it's going to help you to compensate for what's missing in your physical body or what's lacking in your physical body. That gets more and more important as you get older and older. Okay, so back to your question, Rita. I believe it's Rita. You have a knee replacement. I bet it restricts your movement. A lot of things that we do, you can't do. So first of all, come to the 6 o'clock class when we try to do everything in a sitting position. That's number one. Number two is accept it. Just accept that you're different from anybody else. As much as you're different, you're also differently abled. When one door shuts, another door opens. Just accept your physical body as it is and do the best you can, but still work on the other part, the Qi body and the mind body, especially the mind body. The Qi body is just a bridge to the mind body. Ultimately, the power rests with the mind. Okay, so I hope I answered your question, Rita. I'm not sure I answered perfectly the way you want it. I couch it more as encouragement. Okay, there's a lot for you to explore. Okay, other than that, I don't see any other question that I haven't already answered. I think most of you is repeating student. I'm very happy with that. Time is precious. The fact that you're coming back and back again means that we're doing something good here, okay? All right, and I noticed that there are some donations. Thank you very much. That goes to the Mid-America Buddhist Association. Okay, everyone? Thank you. See you at 6 o'clock, or I'll see you next week. Okay, stay healthy, stay happy. Bye-bye.